Everybody talks about what they're going to do when they retire.
Latchkey grownups like us, we've been on our own since third grade, and we're still not waiting for permission.
Well, this is Tav. She's been reinventing her life since the first time she had SpaghettiOs for dinner unsupervised.
Well, and this is Jim. When he was a kid, he'd take his boat offshore miles to go to Cat Island, sometimes overnight. His parents just figured he'd be home eventually.
And together, we're Unretired AF.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode of the Unretired AF podcast, the podcast especially created for the over 60 rebellious bunch. And today we're going to be talking about Latchkey Grownups. But before we go there, we want to give a shout out to our subscribers. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your support.
Thank you.
If this is your first time visiting our channel, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. And we hope you will consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss anything in the future. All right, so let's start with where it all began. That is those after school hours where we were all alone at home. We may be Latchkey grownups now, but we started out as Latchkey kids. And what that meant was that we became independent early, a lot earlier than maybe other generations, or at least in different ways, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, we were the first generation that, we had to come home and unlock the door. So maybe they had, that's where the term latchkey, came from. They would put a chain or a necklace around the kid's neck with the house key on it, or they would hide it under a rock or a flower pot on the front porch or whatever. But we were coming home to an empty house. That was something new for our generation. And, we were having to figure out an after school snack. So we started eating probably junk food. That was probably the beginning of it, because, we came home and our moms would make sure that there was something there for us to have. So we started eating crap. Like, do you remember those like space sticks? I don't remember if that's what they were called, but they were like little, they had chocolate and butterscotch, little space. I don't know.
No.
I forget what they call them, but my mom would get those or other things that were, chips or whatever. We'd have some kind of snack. We have to figure it out. We have to figure out how to fill that time without a babysitter. So that was a lot of TV too.
My mom generally had some sort of cracker.
Oh.
Most of the time it was either saltines or I guess Ritz back then.
We had chicken and a biscuit.
We had chicken and a biscuit. That was big time though.
Big time.
Big time. Right. And a jar of peanut butter.
Right.
So it was like,
right. No,
make
you're right.
do. Make do.
Or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich would work too.
Yeah. So, we were, back in the day, man, we were making decisions.
Right.
Major decisions.
Right.
Before kids today can even make their own lunch. That kind of stuff sticks with you.
It does.
And that's why none of us should be afraid to manage our own lives now. I know we're not.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody what I should or shouldn't do. God.
Right. Well, and now fast forward, because here we are. And maybe we slowed down the pace a little bit, but we surely haven't stopped.
No.
Well, and as Latchkey grownups, we are working part-time.
Yeah.
Working full-time.
Yep.
We're not afraid to work.
No.
I mean, that's just the bottom line. And I don't think our generation is just like chomping at the bit to, quote, retire either.
No.
I think that we are realistic about it and realize that, we're probably going to have to work. And so at least we should choose projects that matter to us, choose jobs that matter to us. Even if we are doing good financially, what we spend our time on, we're very picky about it. We want to do things that matter to us. And I think it's a big part of it is cutting out the noise and the bullshit.
Yeah.
And just, it's about quality of life. And we're maybe a little bit different than maybe the older boomers.
Yeah.
And the fact that, I think as latchkey adults, we're a little bit different from them.
Yeah.
We're going to briefly interrupt your program to tell you about something that we think you'll like. Jim and I have been using Stir Water Enhancer for about 2 years now. What we really like about it is it's stevia sweetened, doesn't have any artificial sweeteners in it, and it also has natural flavors and no artificial dyes.
So here's a deal for you. Go to stirrdrinks.com/unretired AF15 to save 15% off your next order.
And now back to our show.
You know, it for me anyway, it's not about doing everything anymore.
Right.
It's not. It's about doing what's worth the time. And, you know, I like to think that I manage my time well. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But, you know, we're at the age now where we should all be kind of winding down from the grind. Now, if you like to grind and want to keep grinding, go for it, man. Go for it. I've grinded it a long time, and it feels kind of nice not to grind anymore. Right. The other thing is we're not whining about it. What's with all the friggin' whining from all these people anymore?
Everyone's whining and blaming and finger pointing. And you know what? We're just getting it done.
We're just getting it done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And those latchkey skills that we learned as kids, they're still paying off for us. And another attribute for the latchkey adults is that we have a lot of resourcefulness. I don't know about
Absolutely.
I don't know about you or those of you watching, but I know for me, calling my mom at work, somebody had better be like on the way to the ER. There better be blood evidence at home that something really bad happened to call mom at work. So we had to be resourceful and just figure our shit out. I remember one time my parents bought a house in a new neighborhood, and we were one of the first people that moved in there. And my sister, I would have been in 5th grade, which would have put my sister at 2nd grade. She was 3 years below me. And she was walking around out because there was a lot of construction still going on. She stepped on a nail. It went through her little tennis shoe, all the way through her foot and out the top. Can you imagine kids today, what would happen if that happened? She screamed. I went out.
Medevac.
She screamed. I went out and got her. I brought her home. I put the lid down the toilet, set her on the toilet with her foot over the tub. I got a pair of my dad's pliers out of the toolbox. I yanked it out. I got her shoe and sock off. I put some mercurochrome on because I wasn't going to use methylate because I wasn't mad at her that day. A little mercurochrome on there, maybe some hydrogen peroxide too.
Yeah.
Put a Band-Aid on. I don't even think I ever told my parents that happened. I don't think she ever got a tetanus shot over it, which she probably should have, but we just took care of stuff. I mean, we were resourceful. I mean, I learned, and I still know how to make dinner out of nothing in the fridge. I mean, you know, there can be 4 things in there, and I can make something for dinner.
Sure.
And I'm not saying it to brag. I'm just
something
saying
good for dinner.
That's what we had to do if we wanted to eat.
Right.
And I mean, and we do the same thing with life. We make life out of whatever we have.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were all good, and we're still good at problem solving.
Yes.
You know, these, if something goes sideways on us, we don't panic. We move sideways, pick up the pieces, and try to move forward again. You know, we've all been fixing broken toasters and adjusting rabbit ears before Google was even a thing.
Right.
So don't think you don't have something to offer. You don't have skills because you've got life skills. You've been doing it the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're wondering, like, you know, what are the benefits? We're going to tell you. Well, some of the benefits of being a latchkey grown-up is that we're not afraid to travel when we want. If we want to go somewhere, we're not really scared. Like, I know a lot of people, the younger people are afraid to do stuff. And it makes me kind of sad that they are so afraid, because we're not. I mean, even in my 60s, I wouldn't be afraid to travel by myself. Now, there are obviously some places in the world, I don't think I would want to go any age by myself or whatever. But I'm not afraid to travel. I think a lot of people in our age range are adventurous and not afraid to travel. And we'll work when it's worth it. But I think we're also at the point where we've learned how to say no.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Without feeling guilty about it.
Yeah.
To things. People want us to do things.
And maybe.
Well, and maybe means no. It's just a diplomatic way of saying no, right?
Right. So that's kind of what the freedom of our Latchkey training has given us. It's given us the ability to say no. It's given us the ability to only work on stuff that we want to work on. It's we know we can handle ourselves. The world's a crazy place, and it's getting very difficult to handle others. But we don't need someone else's plan. We've been doing shit since we were brought up in this world, and we'll continue to keep doing it as well.
Exactly.
So just everybody's got a plan for you. Your kids have a plan for you. Your buddies, your neighbors. Just stick with your own plan.
Exactly. And I think that another benefit of being a latchkey grown-up is that I think we have a little bit better situational awareness
I agree.
than, let's say, the boomers.
Yeah.
That are older. Because we don't know what we are. Are we Generation Jones? Are we boomers? Because we fit into the boomer age range, but we're the trailing. They call them the trailing boomers.
Yeah.
So we can handle ourselves in ways that the boomers can't.
Right. Well, we're the generation that owns our own guns and knows all the calibers and has ammo for them.
So some people in it, yeah. But the point is that we're not naive, I think.
No.
Whereas I think some of the boomers are. For sure, the Gen Xers aren't naive. But the thing that's different, I think, about us as latchkey grown-ups, I think sometimes some of the Gen Xers are really cynical and they don't trust anybody.
Right.
We don't trust a lot of people, but we do trust some people.
Yeah.
So I think makes it a little bit better for us in the sense that we're open to more experiences and a little bit more hopeful.
Yeah.
We're not so idealistic like the boomers,
right.
But I think we do if it makes sense, we can be hopeful.
Yeah.
Being a latchkey grown-up means that we were independent long before it was trendy to be independent. And I don't even know when they say it's trendy to be independent, what that even means. Because you either are or you aren't.
Right.
And unfortunately, I think a lot of young people that think they're independent, they really aren't, because in a way it's good. Life wasn't handing them some of the same stuff that was maybe negative from our generation. That we got, but it produced us, that independence produced us. And, retirement for us, for the latchkey grown-ups, it's not about checking out. Like a lot of the older people, the boomers, the older boomers, they want to check out from work and from being relevant in society, I think. And just go and play golf. And that's fine. We're not criticizing it. We just weren't built that way.
Right.
We want to still do stuff. We want to be checking in, not checking out. We want to be checking in with the things that matter to us, whether it's work or volunteering or being, involved with our grandkids or whatever. I think that we're built a little different.
Yeah. So we are, and all of us should be trying to wind down the pace a little bit. But I, you, and you, we're steering our own ship.
Right.
I'm not going to let anybody steer my own ship.
Right.
And the other thing is we continue to do it our way with no whining. Don't whine. Nobody likes whiners.
Right. Or whine privately. Yeah. We all whine sometimes, but some people, especially social media, they're just so public about it.
Wow.
It's like I want to say, aren't you embarrassed?
Yeah.
I would be embarrassed. So
we have a comment section. If you have any comments on being a latchkey kid or a Jonesy or
latchkey grown-up.
Latchkey grown-up. Drop us a comment in our comment section. Yeah. We really enjoy that the interaction that you have with our channel. Please continue to do that. And thank you again to our subscribers. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we look forward to keep producing. Thank you.
Yeah. And if our channel resonates with you, which we hope it does, I mean, we create this content for you because we are hoping that you'll like it. So your feedback is really important on helping us steer which way the channel goes.
Yeah.
So if you like it, please leave a comment, like Jim said. If you have any requests for comment, or requests for episode titles, leave a comment about that. We want this channel to be a collaboration. Absolutely. Not just what Jim and I want to do, but what you guys want to do too. We're trying to build the Unretired AF movement, and it just happens one latchkey adult at a time. So so if you want to be part of that, please hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you on board.
Absolutely.
Well, we're not slowing down,
and neither should you. And together we're Unretired AF.